Hey guys, 6-6, another game. Churchill 7 replay, actually, where I am top tank in a tier 6 match. So, no pressure, right? Um, Probably one of my favorite maps. Himmelsdorf is just a good map. Um, it's just, you basically have three completely different areas of terrain in one map. You've got the open side on the 9-0 line, where generally your scouts and tank destroyers kind of like to try to dominate. Got the train tracks and the train track yard, which proves to be some interesting terrain to navigate sometimes, um, or can easily turn into death traps if you get stuck between railroad cars, and then of course the city. This is an encounter battle, so I'm just going to go start heading for uh, the base cap, or the encounter flag, I guess. Um, and British heavy tanks, as far as I know, the Black Prince is basically just another improved upon Churchill. So tier 5, tier 6, and tier 7 British heavy tanks are a tank it's a love-hate thing. I mean, they're slow, but they have really good armor for their tiers. They have fast guns that can pin pretty much anything, but you're doing medium tank or less damage. I really think medium tanks probably have more damaging guns than British heavy tanks. Now what happens here is I see how far our team is pushed up in the city and has not detected any tanks, any enemy, and so then I immediately see that, oh crap, they're actually pushing down. Their team is pretty much completely stayed on the 9-0 line, and they're pushing that side. Now see, here you go. Take the tanks out of a Echo 8 Sherman here, and you can see how many hits it takes me just to take a Sherman out. I tried aiming for the front of his turret, which was silly. I mean, 132 damage. He's jacking me up, destroying my systems, tracking me. I'm pretty proud of that shot right there, actually. Okay, ricochet off a Hellcat, really? Now, I did not... The Sherman lit up, and I didn't pay attention to it, so he got a shot on me. And he gets away. But you can see this gun, it pins well, it just doesn't do enough damage. It's like a medium tank gun on a heavy tank, which really sucks when you're trying to kill other heavy tanks. So I'm trying to go after this T-40 because I know he can be dangerous. And I'm tracking a T-4, two tank destroyers, trying to get the drop on me. Screw that shot up, because I'm rocking over the railroad tracks. Hellcat gets me. Here comes the T-40. Whew, luckily I got him. Back to the Hellcat. And I'm the only tank over here. So that's why I saved this replay as holding the flank, because I'm the only tank left alive. And now I'm screwed. Because that Churchill 7 can pin me every shot. And he's got way more hit points than I do. So this is bad news. So I do as much as I can, he's going to get me. But I think that was an awesome display of what the Churchill 7 can do, and that it can take a lot of hits. They're going to take your tracks out a lot, but if it's medium tanks like that, or lower tier tanks, they're not actually going to pin you a lot. They're just going to mess up your tracks, destroy your systems. you know, be annoying. You're gonna, but you can just keep plucking away with that fast firing gun. You can switch from left to right. Um, and now they only have 2 tanks left, and I'm saying, and I'm encouraging them. You're saying, well, that's kind of silly, but they have a full health T-150. I'm watching our T-150, and he's only got a little bit of hit points left. Or KV-1S, I'm sorry. So the T-150 can one-shot our KV-1S. We do have a Churchill 3, but a full health, practically full health T-150 can be a very dangerous tank in a Tier 6 match. So I'm like, come on guys, you can do it. But then our FE-304 goes and is an idiot. Now you see you got a Cromwell at the top of the map. What is he doing? There's 2 tanks left on the map, and he runs all the way north to their spawn point, when we already know where the last 2 enemy tanks are. So I blame this on the Cromwell for being an absolute idiot. Like, what was he doing over there? We knew where the enemy was, and he goes tearing off into no man's land. So I'm like, okay, well, let's watch him in action here. Because he's screwed now. He's got a Echo 2 Sherman and a T-150. Now he gets the Sherman, that fast firing gun, but the T-150, you ain't doing nothing to that tank. So T-150 gets him. He's still got 700 hit points left. All we got's left to Churchill 3. And I'm telling the Churchill 3, like, look, just angle your armor and hope for the best. Because that's all you can do. You're not going to outmaneuver him. There he goes. So just angle your armor at him and hope for the best. Which, maybe that was bad advice. But so he angles, takes a hit. But I don't think he has the top gun. So but you can see he's pinning, but he's doing 80 damage. I think he has a 6-pounder gun on his Churchill. Yeah, he's dead. Very frustrating for me. I do 1,700 damage. I hold the flank by myself, get 3 kills, and then the team just falls apart. It's like, what more is you have these games where what more can you do? One player can very rarely carry a team. Alright, so my WN8 for the single game performance was Super Unicum, however you say it. I keep wanting to say unicorn. That makes more sense to me, but Unicum, whatever. And a loss. And this is probably the most experience I've ever received in a loss. I get 600 experience out of a loss. 20 shots fired, 17 hits. Got 710 assist damage and 1,700 raw damage. Once again, I hit 7 tanks. I deal damage to 7 other tanks, half the team, but it's not enough. Get the A20 kill. I wish we can't see how much damage I actually do here. Oh, it's weird. But get the A20 kill, finish off the T40, get Echo 8 Sherman. Now this is the Sherman that was hauling like a bat out of hell, and I managed to just snapshot him on the run. So pretty happy with that. Tear up that Sherman, Tango with their Churchill 7 at the end there. He had more hit points than I did. I'm sure some of y'all out there say, well, I could have beat him. You probably could, but he had the same gun I did, and Churchill's going to pin a Churchill as long as you got the top gun. But I tried so hard, and I feel like I ended up holding the flank on that game. Didn't let anybody buy me, but it wasn't enough. So let's sort by damage dealt. 1,700 damage. That's not as much as their T150, but more than their second place damage dealer. You know, 3 kills. And I was yelling at this Cromwell. He did 1,200 damage. He got 2 kills, but at the end of the game, where was he going? I don't know. I'm not sure what was happening there. Maybe I missed it. Maybe, I'm thinking about it in hindsight. Maybe instead of trying to cut through the railroad tracks, he just decided he was caught on the other side and he just ran all the way to the north to cut over and avoid just the railroad tracks and the buildings. I don't know. I was like, what are you doing, buddy? He just wasn't there to help the rest of the team at the end. It's a hard loss. I mean, we had 3 players with good efficiency performances in the game where they had one with a 10,000 rating, efficiency rating for that game. But it wasn't enough. It just, teamwork, whatever, wasn't there. But I was happy with my performance. And like I said, that's probably the most XP I've gotten out of a loss. I mean, you see, like, me and the other Churchill, the Tier 5 Churchill Premium, he got close to 600 XP. And then the rest of the team is at 300 and below. So we got nearly double what the rest of our team did. And actually, I got nearly as much as their second place guy, more than their third place guy, and I was on the losing team. So, I thought that was a good individual performance, but a loss, and I wanted to share a Churchill 7 replay because I don't know. Anyways, catch you guys later.